In 2025, traveling or immigrating to the United States has completely changed. President Donald Trump, after returning to office in January 2025, introduced a series of sweeping immigration reforms that you must know about if you're planning to visit, study, work, or settle in America. Today, I'm going to explain everything: the new immigration rules, the tough questions officers are asking, why people are being deported at record levels, and most importantly, how you can prepare to survive U.S. immigration without any trouble. This is the most important video you'll watch before boarding your flight to the United States. So let's begin. Major policy changes in 2025. On his first day back in office, Trump signed Executive Order 14,159 titled Protecting the American People Against Invasion. This order dramatically expanded expedited removal procedures, meaning immigration officers can now deport individuals on the spot without a formal court hearing if they suspect you entered illegally or violated your visa terms. Before 2025, this applied mostly within 100 miles of the border. Now, it can happen anywhere, including international airports, even if you've just landed. Trump's new law also cuts off federal funding to sanctuary cities, which once provided protections to undocumented immigrants. Thousands of new enforcement agents have been hired, with one mission: detect and deport as many illegal entrants as possible. The Lack and Riley Act. Next came the passage of the Lack and Riley Act, passed in January 2025. It requires Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) to detain any undocumented immigrant who has been charged, not even convicted, with crimes like theft, assault on a law enforcement officer, causing serious bodily injury. Also, states now have the right to sue the Department of Homeland Security if they believe immigration laws are not being enforced properly. The message: America's immigration system in 2025 is tougher and more aggressive than ever. Guantanamo Bay reimagined. The Guantanamo Migrant Operations Center is now being expanded to house up to 30,000 migrants labeled as high risk. Previously known for detaining terror suspects, Guantanamo is now a holding facility for migrants awaiting deportation or security screening. This has raised serious international concerns over human rights violations and access to legal aid. A shortcut for the wealthy: the Gold Card Visa. In February 2025, the Trump administration introduced the Gold Card Visa proposal. If you invest $5 million directly into the U.S. economy, you may obtain a residency permit and eventually a green card without the traditional delays. This aims to replace the EB-5 visa, but with stricter requirements and faster processing. Real-life airport experiences in 2025. Whether you're a student, tourist, employee, or visiting family, expect tougher airport screenings. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers now conduct longer and more intense inspections. Even minor mistakes, like inconsistent answers or nervous behavior, can result in being sent back immediately, sometimes with a 5-year ban. Key questions officers will ask you: for students F1, M1, J1, why this university? What's your major? Who is sponsoring you? What are your post-graduation plans? If officers believe you intend to stay permanently without following legal processes, you may be denied entry. For tourists and family visitors B1/B2, where will you stay? What's the purpose of your trip? Who invited you? What ties do you have to your home country? When will you return? For work visa holders H1B, L1, O1, where are you employed? What's your role and salary? Can we see your employment letter or company ID? Why people are being deported, even with valid visas. Having a visa does not guarantee entry. It just lets you board the plane. The final decision is made by Customs and Border Protection at the port of entry. If they believe you've misrepresented anything, your visa can be canceled instantly, and you'll be sent back. Top reasons for deportation in 2025 today. Even small mistakes can lead to big consequences. Here are some of the most common and shocking reasons people are getting deported from the U.S. in 2025. Lying to an officer, even small lies, like your hotel stay or who's picking you up at the airport, can trigger a red flag. Providing fake documents, a single forged paper, even unknowingly carried, can end your trip before it begins. Previous illegal stay in the U.S. If you overstayed your visa even once in the past, your record is likely still there. Criminal records, even minor offenses, such as shoplifting or traffic-related misdemeanors, can lead to denial. Weak ties to your home country. If officers suspect you have no solid reason to return, like no job, no property, no family responsibilities, they may assume you intend to stay illegally. Suspicious behavior, being too nervous, answering inconsistently, or showing signs of uncertainty can instantly spark suspicion. Arguing with officers, even if you feel wrongly accused, losing your temper, or becoming confrontational can ruin your chances. Advanced biometric screening is now normal thanks to new technology introduced in President Trump's second term. Nearly all major U.S. airports have ramped up biometric and identity verification measures. Travelers are now subject to fingerprint scans at immigration facial recognition cameras at almost every entry point, random secondary interviews that can last up to several hours, and don't be surprised if you're asked to present bank statements, proof of hotel bookings, evidence of sufficient funds, even for short trips. If you're denied entry, if immigration decides you're ineligible to enter, the consequences can be severe and immediate. You may be placed in expedited removal, a fast-track deportation process. Under Section 212(9) of the Immigration and Nationality Act, you could face a 5-year ban from re-entry. In some cases, you may be given the option to voluntarily withdraw your application, which avoids a formal removal. But even then, re-entering the U.S. will require a special waiver, and that process is neither easy nor guaranteed. How to protect yourself. A checklist for 2025. Here's how to stay on the safe side and enter the U.S. without fear. Be honest. Lies, even small ones, are being caught more than ever before. Transparency is your strongest weapon. Bring full documentation from your I-20 forms, acceptance letters, and travel insurance to sponsor ID copies and proof of ties back home. Act confident, but respectful. Nervousness is normal, but excessive hesitation or over-explaining can hurt you. Speak clearly, answer directly. Know your visa rules. Students, never mention unauthorized work. Tourists, don't talk about plans that suggest you'll stay long-term. Be prepared for screening. Secondary interviews and device checks are normal now. Stay calm, stay collected, and cooperate fully. The U.S. immigration system in 2025 has evolved. It's now faster, stricter, and less forgiving than ever before. President Trump's administration has made border control and national security a central focus, and that means zero tolerance for mistakes, even accidental ones. Whether you're coming in as a student, tourist, businessperson, or investor, your success depends on preparation, honesty, and composure. Remember, it's no longer about just having a visa. It's about showing that you deserve it. But here's the good news. If you're honest, well-prepared, and respectful of the process, the U.S. still welcomes you with open arms. Millions are still entering the country every year, legally, peacefully, and with dreams to chase. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Adventure Chuckles, and share this with someone planning to travel to the U.S. Because in 2025, preparation isn't optional. It's the key to your American dream. Stay smart, stay safe, and may your journey lead you to something great.